Hello and welcome to another Bloom in 5 here on YouTube, and today we are painting super pretty poppies. So as you probably know, poppies are very popular and are very pretty to paint, come in lots of different colours, so it's a super fun one to try. So I hope you will give it a go, and we do have the full version real time on Patreon, so I will include the link below. But as you can see, we're starting with this super fresh lovely yellow one using a lemon yellow, and we're just painting the outside and adding a little bit of a darker color around the edge. And then we're also doing this gorgeous fresh one, which is a real fire color. It's got some lovely oranges, some reds and yellows, and it's super great if you want to practice some light gradients in your painting. So we're adding some like lovely oranges, some reds at the top to bleed down into the center of the flower, and also adding some of that lovely fiery reds as well. So you can see that's all bleeding together really nicely, and we're leaving a little bit of space for the center as well, which is important. If you have a light centered poppy and a dark poppy in color, you want to allow for that lighter area. Now we're moving on to our central poppy, which is this lovely violet purple one. So as you can see, we're leaving a few little white gaps for highlights and just painting that round. It's also a really pretty shape, this one. So when I'm doing the Bloom in 5, I try to include different elements with different sort of positioning. So some are more front on, some are sort of side on, facing up, different positions, so we can use different techniques to paint these and use the different colors as well to make it a little bit more interesting. So you can see we're mixing some different colors, just cleaning a bit of the palette here to allow for some pink to join us for our fourth flower. And this one again is more of an upright flower, but it's also got a little bit of movement to it, and we've got lots of nice different colored pinks that we can use. This ended up being one of my favorite ones out of all of the poppies, because we had lots of like really pretty layers and details and line work within the petals, and it just turned out to be one of my favorites. So you can see at the end how that turned out. So we're just laying down our initial layers, so they all look a bit plain and boring at the moment, but we have to work up the layers in watercolor to really help us get that definition later on. And then we're doing more of a traditional red poppy for our fifth one in the corner down here. So we're just painting that in and just doing our first layer again, and then we will start all over again with our yellow one as we are here to paint in a little bit more definition. And we're just doing some little lines just to represent those petal details. So we're just using the tip of the brush just to create these very delicate little petal lines, and you can sort of push down and lift up to create a nice little line that has different sort of volumes to it, which will really help to create these different definitions within the petal. So you can see we've got some thinner lines and some thicker lines, which help it to appear a lot more natural rather than just equally parallel lines that will make it appear a lot less natural and more blocky. So we're going for again a natural poppy, and we're adding in the center detail here with a lovely yellow and green mix. So we're just adding in the center, which can dry, and we can add a bit more detail later on. Then to our fiery poppy down here in the corner, we're adding in that front area of the poppy, which is like the back of the petal, which is curved up. We didn't add that initially because that would have bled into our first layer, and we're going for a little bit more of a detailed style, so we don't want it to all bleed into each other. So we allowed for that layer to dry before adding this front curved up back of the petal to be shown. And then we're also using that similar color mix to allow for some of that petal veining again, like we did with our first yellow poppy, just adding in some of those lovely little details down, and that really helps to create more of a realistic style flower with the lovely details. And then we're also adding in a nice dark green stem, which really helps it all pop together really nicely, and just painting in that central area. Then moving over to our purple one, and again we're doing a very similar technique where we're just painting on the petal that has curled over, and we're doing that after our initial layer has dried. Then we're just using the tip of the brush, and I'm using my Artify range here, which I really love. So they're featured on a lot of my Instagram posts, and they're on Instagram, and they also have a website, so all their details are over on Instagram, and it's at Artify. I'm not sure the exact handle, but it's all over there, and I tag them all the time because their brushes are super and I use them a lot. So I absolutely love them because they're great for doing that nice flat detail, but they're also nice because they have a super point for some more details. You don't have to keep switching up brushes. So I absolutely love them. And you can see we're just painting in some really nice detail now on the leaves with those more shadowed parts, and also a little bit more detail on the curved leaves there at the side. So this one's coming together really, really nicely. And in a second, we're going to paint in the center, so we can just get that first layer of paint down for those. And then moving on to my favorite one with this gorgeous movement, you can see we've got this lovely pink color going on, and you can also add a little bit of violet if you want to add that really nice deep rich color to your pinks. It will really help add that really nice depth to the color, rather than using sort of like a Payne's grey or ivory, which can sort of dull the color a little bit unless you're after more of that grey shadow type color. So you can see now we're doing the similar work. We're just adding some nice different line detail, and I often lean on my little finger, which gives me a lot of control when painting. So if you're quite new to painting, just practice how you're moving your hand and where you're leaning, and that will really help you when you're trying to get those individual details. Or even if you've been painting for a while and you can't get those nice, straight, neat lines, just try moving your hand movement a little bit on what you're doing, and just sort of pivoting rather than trying to move your whole hand will give you a little bit more control. So you can see we're just painting in the center here, and then we're going to move on to our more traditional poppy on the bottom right hand corner here with the red. So we're going to add a little bit more detail to the poppy down here, and you can see this one has a little bit of a curved petal in near the center. It was also a little bit more difficult to paint than the other ones because there wasn't a lot of contrast in the picture. Some of the top right hand petals were very, very bleached out, and it made it quite difficult to make the petals have quite form. So we talked quite a lot through this. If you see an image that you like but it has limited contrast, then I talked through how we can do this with our colors and the different contrasts that we can use within the paint to make it appear a lot more sort of rounded in the form of this poppy petal shapes. So yes, sometimes you see this gorgeous reference image that you want to paint, but it can be a little bit tricky if it hasn't got these specific sort of details, that, like especially the contrast that we're looking for in watercolor, to really highlight those highlights and those darker areas to make it appear more realistic. So we've moved back over to our yellow poppy here, and we're just focusing on a little bit of the center detail. And you can see we're just stippling here to create that center area, which is really coming together nicely, and doing a little bit of line work as well. So you can see that's coming together and helping with that central focus of the flower. And if you would like to join us over in the club on Patreon, you are most welcome. There is free and paid memberships. On the paid memberships, we actually do over an hour-long video for each of these Bloom in Fives, which is called Bloom in Full, over on Patreon. So it's the real-time talk through. We talk about the colours, we talk about the mixes. You're welcome to join me for just one of the poppies, or you can do all of them with me and have a real nice me time session. Grab a cup of tea, join me with your paints, and let's get painting. So I waffle on, and hopefully you learn some new techniques and we have some fun together. We also do the sketching. You also get the colors, like I mentioned, that I do, the reference images, so you can paint them yourself in your own time if preferred. And also there's the Bloom in Full I mentioned. That's what we're doing now. And we also have a patron exclusive, which is exclusive to Patron. It's not featured on social media. We have master classes where we go into specific detail, and sketchbooks book videos that I do include on social media, but they're on Patreon in more detail. There's also mini courses that will be joining the Patreon, including in June. There is one on natural leaves and colour mixing, and Bloom into Calm, which is a very relaxing session on a Sunday where we just sort of let go, relax, just look at the colour mixes, just paint some lovely lines or details or patterns. It's a little bit more abstract, and it's great for beginners just to learn about colour mixing and bleeding together, and just having a little bit of fun with the paint, not painting anything too serious, but just having a nice relaxing session for yourself. So join us for any of those. They're all waiting for you on Patreon, except the course, which is not online yet, but it will be soon. It's very in-depth, so it's super exciting. So I'm completing that, and that will be on there before the end of June, depending when you're watching this video. So yes, it's all over there. So back to YouTube, you can see we've painted in the little black areas that are featured on the petals, and we're also adding a little bit of center detail using a darker green, allowing those lighter areas to show coming up to the center of the poppy, and you can see we're just adding a little bit more detail around the center where you have those little dotted areas with the lines. I'm not sure on all the specific details. I can't remember all my biology lessons I had at school where you have all the detail of the petals. Obviously this was a long time ago for me, and I wasn't particularly that great at sciences, but you can see here we've got those central details, as I call it. On the red poppy now, we're just adding the black, which is the only one with the black detail. I think if you think of poppies, you normally think of like the red traditional ones with the black detail. But as you can see, and I love learning lots from doing this Bloom in 5 or Bloom in Full on Patreon, you can see we have a lots of different colours from the centrals or details of the flower. So I always feel like I learn a lot about these different subjects as well. So again, we're just doing a little bit more contrast on the red. And like I said, this flower is very red opposed to the other ones where we have our first one with the yellow, which we've got that nice yellow and raw sienna mix going on. We've got our lovely fiery one on the bottom left. We've got our purple, which has got some light and dark purples, some violets, and then we've got our top right up one, our lovely baby pink and sort of fuchsia bright contrasting pink. But the red one in the corner is very red and flat, but we are trying to get there with building up the colors. It just takes a little bit more sort of a few more layers just to really build that depth on the bottom right one. So we do spend a little bit more time talking through that one. So you can see we keep going back and back to that one, but they're all coming together really nicely. If you would like an easy flower to paint, I highly recommend the yellow one because it was less layers. It was super easy to do. You only really need 2 to 3 layers on that flower, and you can achieve it quite easily and quite quickly. So if you're new to poppies or new to flowers, I highly recommend the yellow one. So yes, I hope you give them a go. If you do, don't forget to tag me on social media, or if you're on my Patreon club, then don't forget to tag me in the chat. So as you can see here, we are just finishing off our bottom right poppy. We're really trying to get that contrast with the darker, deeper reds. You can always add a little bit of purple to your red as well, which will really help again with that really nice richness that you're after if you're after like a dark red. We also did a tomato study for Bloom in Full, and you could see we managed to get some really lovely rich reds over there. So that was so much fun. So if you haven't seen that one, it's on YouTube for a Bloom in 5 and also on Patreon for a Bloom in Full if you wanted to do that. I really love painting fruit and vegetables. I think you can get some really nice rounded forms on them. It's super fun. So if you think of any fruits or vegetables you would love to see painted, then you can let me know in the chat, and I would love to do a video for you guys. So feel free, if there's any that you struggle with or just like to see, then let me know, because I'm always looking for good painting ideas or anything else that you would like to see painted around like nature and flowers, anything like that, then let me know. So you can see here we're just finishing off with those final really deep red rich colors, and we're just finishing off our poppy, being careful not to activate some of the black but just painting some of those colors underneath. So thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much.